I checked the level of our tanks yesterday, and we're right up to about that seam right now. Before the snow and everything, we were down just below 2,000, and then snow melted and went clear up to probably 2,300 in each tank. So we're getting a little full. I'll get to test out my overflow drains, I'm sure. The only thing I still need to do is get that filter that goes inside that T right there. Maybe I can use a pool skimmer filter and just let it sit down inside there and tie a rope to the cap. That may actually work pretty good. We have been taking showers here. Hooked up we got that water heater up there, and so just above is the master bath. I did get the shower working up there, so we have been taking showers here. We still don't have the septic system in, so it's just the gray water. The bath water flows into basically a bucket outside the house. But tanks are full and the system's working pretty good. There's no cracks in my slab. One of my concerns was that when we get all this weight on here, there's a lot of weight. We're talking tons and tons and tons of weight on this. I was concerned that it may crack the slab, but this slab is very thick and has thickened edges and is sitting on all that rock. So far so good. Always surprises on this land. Just found another spring. Not running super good, but it's got some water coming out of it. So basically all a spring is when groundwater finds a way to come out of the ground. So you can see that rock layer there is coming out just below that rock layer at a pretty good pace. You can see by all the moss, it's been flowing pretty good. It runs on down the hill. Actually, it's funny because it gets down there and it disappears again, so it soaks into the ground. So just walking down to the barns and notice that my caps both popped off just exactly like they were supposed to. So the overflow, clearly both my tanks are full, and the overflow is filled up and pushed the caps right off. So my design worked perfectly. The only thing I can do to improve this would be to maybe drill just a small drain hole right there. Reason being is that sometimes when the cap is on, the water is coming out the back. I notice sometimes it'll push it towards the house. I don't really want it running up against the drywall or against the siding. It's pretty clear too, I need to dig some sort of a trench coming out when I landscape this. Make sure the water goes away. I was going to use splash blocks and raise those up, which would definitely work. I need to lower this all down through here just because it's too close to the sheeting. Oh, there it goes. Doesn't that work beautifully? That was awesome. Let's see that again. So the tanks fill up. They overflow, put pressure on the back of the cap. Cap pushes off, and there we go. Another thing I could probably do is rig up some sort of a wire or string to that cap so when it pops off like that, it would just dangle there from the bottom and not fall out and smash into the ground. So I would assume over time this cap is probably going to get old and brittle and it may push off and break. If I have something to attach to, then it would just go bam and it would just hang here like that. So a couple things I could do. Huh?
What are you doing?
Well, we're full. I was just showing how the overflows work.
Did it work?
Yeah. Yep, pushes them off like it's supposed to. There we go, our overflow is working. Show you how this is working in here. Of course, there's our water level. See our tube going out right there. So it's just barely creeping through there right now. The water coming in matches the water going out. So nice thing about this is it's also cleaning everything off the top. So there was a slight film over the top of the water I noticed the other day when I peeked in here, and that's all cleared up now. But it's pretty cool, working pretty good, exactly as planned. This liquid flashing I put around here is hardened really well, and it is not letting anything through there. I'm going to put it on that joint as well, so if I have to move these, I know I can just cut that rubber gasket off and pull it out, and it's working out really good. Okay, I think I've resolved my problem. Not quite sure what word I used there. Resolved my problem. These are little catch basins for your pool. So it's the pool pump screen. There's a name for those. I'm drawing blank on them right now. Anyways, these, they wouldn't fit in this way, of course, because it's too tight. This is 6 1/4 inch. My pipe is 6 inch. But I can slide this in here sideways like so, and then down inside there. Gotta get past this lip. It fit nice and tight in that opening, just like that. So there's now my first debris screen for anything that comes through the rainwater collection system. And I'll check this every now and then to make sure there's no gunk in there, but should collect everything, you know, leaves and junk that may come through. So I can reach in there and just pull it out, or vacuum it out, or I can just pull the whole thing out now. So it comes out fairly easily. Grab it and take it up. So I think that will work nicely. It was exactly what I was looking for. These were about, oh, I think they were $10 at the local pool store. Just had to find one that would fit. I was originally going to shave this down, but that works pretty good right there. So that's what we're gonna do. Got out here early today. Beat the chickens up, didn't we? Huh? Didn't we? That time of the year, starts getting light out, I'm awake. Love getting up early. Getting used to it, of course, most people don't, but I like getting up, seeing things awake, come to life. I haven't seen my deer for a while, but I just saw them out in the field. We have like a herd of, you know, I think the most I've counted is 18, but there are deer everywhere out here. We've had several inches of rain, and we'll have several inches today in the flood watch all week. Then we got a little bit of a break, and it should warm up, hopefully dry things out. And we got rain on Wednesday night, I think, and then back to sun. So solar panel wise, been doing fine. We've summer clouds are much different than winter clouds. You know, we get these winter clouds, they'll last 4, 5, 6, 7 days. The summer storms, they usually blow in, blow out. You know, it has been cloudy. It's overcast right now, but yesterday it lightened up enough where we got up to 96 or 97% charge, and we were down to about 64, I think. So I told Alex, so we may have to use a generator. We knew today was going to be cloudy too, but you know, it doesn't take much sun to start charging things. I mean, even just thinner clouds. You know, right now it looks bright on the camera, but you know, it's 6 o'clock in the morning right now. The camera just adjusts for the surroundings and lightens things up. But probably here in a little bit I'll look at the panels, and they'll be already pulling in, you know, a couple hundred watts. And then we're supposed to start raining about 9 or 10 o'clock, so it may get a little bit of charge before that hits in. But overall our system works. We still got a few bugs we're trying to work out, mainly on these. Keep getting these warnings popping up that shouldn't be there and don't mean anything. I gotta still figure out some settings on that, and people at Northern Arizona Wind and Sun are helping on that regard. Which again, I've said it before, but they've been great. I found out the other day, I was talking to a guy and I said, well, I really appreciate you guys helping us out for so long. I bought my system over a year ago. I know I only installed it back in November, but it's been a long time. I'm like, so how long is this gonna last? The guy kind of laughs and he goes, oh, this is lifetime. You get lifetime tech support from us. I was like, holy crap. Yeah, put that on your website. I don't know if it's on their website or not, but so yeah, I converse with those guys pretty regularly. The system is set up and it works fine, but there's still little things I need to work and kink out. And then if I ever end up buying different or bigger batteries and need to set up another battery bank, I can call them about that. he said, yeah, people call him 10 years later with questions, and they still give him support. So that's a heck of a value right there. So I've been impressed with them. I know a lot of people use other companies, and there are a lot of companies out there. Granted, I've only used this one, but you can usually tell when you got a crappy company. You know, they don't return your calls, don't return your emails, act like they don't care, don't want to help. This company has not been like that. They've been great. Should have had my camera a little faster. Came down the back field, and one deer still out there watching me. Quite a few out here still watching me. Oh, got another one. Oh, another one. There's the male. Could be a female to get a warning hiss. I can see him skirting around way out there. I just scared up a whole bunch of deer as I was walking through the woods here. And I just saw our big buck. We have this huge buck down here. And I just saw him still bouncing around out there. I don't know if you can see him. I can still see him bouncing through the trees there. Anyways, I just saw him run away, and he still has antlers on him. Hasn't quite dropped them yet. That'll be cool to find. The ones we found the other day were good size, but that guy's a monster. So at least I know he's still alive and mate. I hadn't seen him since late December, so I didn't know if he had one of the hunters had got him or not. But he's still out there. So I saw probably 3, if not at least 4 really good sized bucks out here, and then a whole bunch of small ones and a ridiculous amount of does. So great hunting out here. I'm in an area we call a Coyote Canyon. Coyotes dig into the embankments like this, and about over there, Val and I are walking around and found a whole bunch of dens. So we're calling this Coyote Canyon. All the places we find on the land, we make little names for them and stuff. Got a raccoon tree right there. This one tree, that one right there, that really tall one, is dead, and that is an extremely straight trunk. I'd like to do something with it. Some critters been in here. I look in there and something jumps out at me. Raccoons like to get into hollowed out trees like that. Sleep during the day. There was a logger came through here several years ago and took out a lot of black walnut trees. Our dang trash is still sitting around and picking up trash all the time out here, it seems. That probably from the hunters, the hunting contract, they got 1 more year and then that finally ends. That logger that came through just caused all sorts of problems. Got devastated trees, and they just, looks like this one's one that they cut and they just left the junk. Take the trunk, leave the junk. Anyways, we're gonna come around and pull up a lot of these T-posts. Oh, there goes quail. Second time we've seen quail out here. Anyway, so this tree is ridiculously straight. It's been dead for at least a year because we bought the land, and I think it died that year. I don't know if it got hit by lightning or what the deal is. Let's see if I can get over this fence. I'm busting my butt. This is a very straight tree that's dead. Just gotta be thinking there's something I can do with this. See, the bark's all falling off now. I don't even know how good the inside would be, but Make a table or something out of it. That's cool. You can see it from the road every time we come in, and I keep thinking I should come down here and do something with it. Here's one of those dang hunter's tree stands. One more season and he's out of here. I think he pays us something like $2,000 maybe a year to hunt out here. And when we bought the land, the contract just renewed for another 2 years. So we got trapped into it. One more year and it's done. So we enter right over there. There's one of our neighbors' houses. We enter right here. So every time I drive down the driveway, I look over and I see this big old tree. I keep thinking, man, there's something I can do with that. So when I get time, you know, when everything's done, maybe I'll come back and do something with that. At least need to maybe cut it down and get that trunk put somewhere. This tree, you can see this cut down. That's one of those black walnut. Base is over there somewhere. They just hacked it off, take the trunks, leave all the trash everywhere. Just like this all over the property. I guess they harvest something like $30,000 or $40,000 worth of black walnut off the land. This was a couple years before we bought it. Wash out. This is about 8 acres, I believe this front field is, 8 to 10 acres. We keep thinking we want to take it out of production. We could put animals up here too, or put the orchard up here, sell things from the roadside up there, stuff like that. Not sure yet, but we went ahead and leased it to the farmer for this year, so it'd be a next year project if anything. Getting up close to the road, it's right there. Here's a black walnut that they didn't get. How straight that trunk is. That is huge. So this trunk right here is thousands and thousands of dollars. And that's probably a good, well, that's probably over about 4 foot or so at the base. That's an awesome tree. I think we got a little bit of rain. It's really flowing. Hoping to catch a rainbow here. It's still raining. The sun's trying to peek through. But if I were a kid, I'd be all over dropping sticks and things in here and watching them get sucked through. Like this is where our pond's gonna go. It's like this every spring. It's a ridiculous amount of water in here. Build this up. Ugh. The frogs are happy. Well, if we can get the sun to poke out, we should get a pretty good sunset, I hope. What? What are you doing? I was hoping to catch a rainbow, but I don't think we're gonna get one anymore. Oh, look at the water coming through. Yeah, got quite the river. I probably shouldn't step there because it's probably deep. No, so this is where I got stuck. Before we even had the land, I was out here driving around checking it out, and the grass out here was, yeah, it was 4 feet high maybe, and drove out here and I fell in this hole. That's the creek that runs through. You couldn't see it and I got stuck. It goes down there. Yeah, it does. You want to stick your foot all the way down? No. No. Deeper than your boot. when I was hauling dirt back and forth, I put some piles of dirt in here, and it didn't do anything.
It just got washed out.
You should go check out the.
So this would be a good place for
the pond. I know, that's where the pond's going.
Yeah. And there's water, like where I was walking through. There's water coming off. It flows down this way. I can hear the water.
Yep, there's quite a waterfall over there right now. So.
Thankfully, it's not warm enough for snakes to get.
Getting close.
I know.
Well, clearly I need more rock to raise this road up, because it still flows right over. But when I pushed all this up, I dammed this water coming over. It used to come down through here and come out right there, so I need to open that back up. That'll probably help a little bit. All right. Whew. Our pond's full. Hence the reason why we call it Frog Pond.
Mm-hmm.
So this was an old spillway lined with rocks.
Mm-hmm.
This was the old dam overflow. Some who knows how long ago. You can see all these rocks that are piled in here. Done by hand, I'm sure. Flowing now. I could hear the sound change. I think we're kids playing in a puddle. So we're just here talking about how old this is, and we're cleaning off some of the debris. You can see here is a 1, 9, 3, and a 9. So 1939 was when this dam was built. It's almost a, what, 90, 80? 9? How old? So 82 years ago, this spillway was put in, and possibly the pond, and who knows what else. So a lot of old history here for sure.